Hey everybody, David Garrett here. Thank you for watching the Rio Tea Import Company tea review number 3. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Spring's here. Summer's just around the corner here in deep South Texas. So you know what that means. It's time to make some iced tea. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do the Harney & Sons Passion Fruit Iced Tea. This is cool because it just doesn't make a cup. It actually makes 2 quarts. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to make 2 quarts of this awesome passion fruit iced tea. And what it is, it's actually a Chinese black tea. And it's got the natural passion fruit flavors. And if you've ever smelled passion fruit, or tasted passion fruit, or eaten, or whatever, or had a drink with passion fruit in it, you know how good it is. So, without further delay, this is going to take about almost 45 minutes to get done because we have to bring the water to a boil. Then we've got to put the 1 cup of water into the container, and then we're going to let that sit for about 15 minutes, steep for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to add, the bag. And let me open this up. This is a handy dandy tin, and every tin comes, each one of these tins is 6 2-quart bags, and they're in a Ziploc baggie. And we're going to take 1 bag out, and oh, that's 2 bags. There we go. And that's what the bag looks like. And in there, ooh, you smell the passion fruit, the fruity smell. The aroma is awesome. It's exotic, fruity smell. This tea will make you feel like you're in the tropics. And when it's iced over, it's going to be awesome. And we're going to try that. And accompanying with the passion fruit iced tea, we're going to have some local pastries. Got some pretty good feedback on last week's cake balls from Ralphie's Cakes. Those are awesome, and we're working with Ralphie to try to get a couple of other flavors with some of the other teas that we're going to do as we go down this journey. Now, if you have an idea or you're thinking, hey, what about this or what goes good with that, by all means, please drop me a note. tea@rioteaimport.com, TEA, and that'll be down here. That'll be on the thing. Or you can follow us on Twitter, Rio Tea Import. That's our Twitter handle. Visit our Facebook page, whatever. But you know what? You're here about the tea, so let's get the tea started. In the meantime, like I said, if you have questions, don't hesitate to write. A little something from the Harney & Sons website. Hawaii has been a popular destination for many, including Harney's. John's daughter, Elise, now that's John Harney, that's the founder of the company. Elise worked on the Big Island for a few years, and Mike worked on Oahu years ago. We have also enjoyed working with the Halekulani Resort, there we go, for many years. So we are happy to blend a tea that reminds us of the good times spent on those islands. We hope it brings back memories for you, or maybe it will inspire you. You know what? I mean, this aroma is awesome. China Black is the base of this tea, so the leaves are dark brown. We can't see them because, again, the bag kind of reminds us of coffee filters, but again, not a problem. Something I should bring up, I mentioned last time, well, every time, and I'll let you know, if you are looking for something with caffeine, this has caffeine. If you want something without caffeine, well, we'll look it up, but it should be out there. There should be a decaffeinated blend of passion fruit tea. I know we can get a hold of other flavors with passion fruit in it, so don't hesitate to ask. If you don't see it on our website, or I don't review it, let me know. Drop me a note. We'll take care of it. So, on with the tea. I'm going to go back to the instructions, and basically it's boil a cup of water and pour over a tea bag into a quart container. And then we're going to steep for 50 minutes and then fill with 3 cups of cold water. Remove the tea bag and gently squeeze it. See? Squeeze the bag. And garnish with lemon, orange, or an orange slice, or fresh mint. And then we're going to enjoy. So, you know what? Let's get started. Let's get some water going, and then we're going to go from there. See you in a bit. Okay, well, we've got the tea bag steeping. And it's supposed to steep for about 15 minutes, so I'm going to take a couple of minutes and talk about the passion fruit. If you don't know what it is, well, there's a photo here now, okay? And what that is it's a member of the Passiflora, and it grows on a climbing plant. The passion fruit is native from Brazil. There are a number of varieties of passion fruit. Some are sweeter than others, some are the size of an egg, and some are 3 times as large. The skin is leathery and purple. The fruit contains a yellow jelly-like pulp with a scattering of black edible seeds. Well, as you can see in the photo, okay, back to me. Now, the fruit, it kind of reminds you of just in reading the description and looking at it, it kind of reminds you of a pomegranate. We've talked about those, but it's not a pomegranate. And again, but it looks like it. So again, that kind of gives you an idea. If you've never had this, it's very sweet, it's very juicy, it's very fruity, it's awesome. If you've had them, you know what I'm talking about. And then when they turn them into a jelly or a spread, that's even better. And we'll try to locate some passion fruit spread or jam, and we'll do something later. We've got a cooking episode coming up real soon, so be on the lookout for that one. And if we can find the passion fruit spread, we'll include that in there. Again, that's kind of where we're at. So we're just still waiting on the clock here for the steeping of the bag in the first 15 minutes after the boiling water, 212 degrees. I know I did talk about caffeine. Again, it's at 40 to 60 milligrams per serving size sachet. So this is definitely going to have a little bit more because it's a bigger bag. It's Chinese black tea. So it in itself has caffeine. So again, for those of you that are looking at caffeine as a I want it or as an I don't need it, be aware. But again, I think for those of you that are tempted or on the cusp, give it a shot. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Can't wait to fill up the pitcher. It's steeping in another container. Why? This is glass. I don't want to crack it, and it said it's not this glass. And look at your pitchers. Make sure that they are either tempered glass or glass that allows heat to go in, or hot beverages or hot liquids to go in. In this case, this one flat out said no hot liquids. So we're doing that in a different container on the other side of the room. You know what? We've got a couple more minutes, so we'll wait it out. We'll be right back. Okay, time's up, and we've poured our tea. We've made it, and let's bring it into view. And it is awesome. We've got we've got the glass pitcher here, and you can kind of see the red in the tea. It almost gives me a raspberry tea. Those of you that have seen it out in public, out in restaurants, and those establishments that offer raspberry tea, that's kind of the color that I'm getting here. Again, based on the picture that we saw earlier, and now, you wouldn't think, oh, these two colors would blend in. But this is what it made. And don't forget, we're using that Chinese black tea, so you already got the dark tea. And now the passion fruit kind of lightened it up. So you should smell the place. It's awesome. There's passion fruit everywhere. The aroma of passion fruit everywhere. And before we pour this, a couple of things I want to share with you. One, I didn't talk about this earlier. There is calcium, iron, vitamin A, and obviously vitamin C in the passion fruit. So some of that will carry over, and that's a good thing. So, but again, the caffeine's still there. The other thing, while we were waiting, we were talking about, well, how do we sweeten this? And it basically, you would not want to use honey, because this is going to be a cold drink. Now, you could use honey early on while you're steeping the tea with the hot water. That 1 cup of hot water with the tea bag, you might want to work it in. That'd be the great time. But if you wait, because it is a cold tea, an iced tea, well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it'll coagulate down at the bottom, or it'll float to the top. It'll just get ugly. It'll be a big mess. And if you start drinking it, you'll be drinking the tea, and then globs of honey will follow along, and that's not a good thing. It's not iced yet. We're going to ice it here in a minute, and that's why we have this gap here of space. That's why this gap exists. We're going to throw in some ice. I intentionally held back a little water because, again, that ice will melt, and we're going to get that. But I do want to get a quick little taste of the tea in its natural state before you or I individually sweeten it. Here we go. Ooh, passion fruit is there. Okay, black tea, you taste it. It's good, but it's not overpowering. And the passion fruit is there in the background. It kind of helps soften the black tea, and that's a good thing. The aroma is all the way through. I taste it now. It does lightly linger. It doesn't last very long, but it does lightly linger, and it's good. I like it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. We're going to go ahead and ice this bad boy up, chill it down, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, we're back, and everything's good to go. We are doing the passion fruit iced tea from Harney & Sons. 6 2-quart bags are in this little tin. It's awesome. It smells great. The aroma around here is awesome. So, we've added some ice. It's nice. It's cooled down. It looks great. I don't know if you can really see the color. I'm trying to let some of the natural light from outside come in and kind of light up the pitcher, but you can see the tint of red there. It's awesome. Got some sugar, regular, just plain old everyday sugar, about less than a teaspoon, and into the glass, and we're going to go ahead and pour it. Just something to sweeten it. Not that it needed it. Again, it's to taste, it's to flavor. It is iced tea after all. It is Texas, and well, you know how we like our iced tea down south. As the tin said on the side, the instructions, it said you could garnish with lemon or orange slice, or with a little bit of mint. So, which is what I have, just growing right outside. Got mint. Got a nice mint plant there. If you don't have a mint plant, I recommend you get one. It's awesome. Just grab it, throw it in whatever you're doing. As I'm recording this, the Kentucky Derby ran yesterday, so guess what we made with mint? That's right, some mint juleps. And you can just tear them off, and you can just throw them in there. Nothing. You give them a little crushy crush, just crush them or tear them, just kind of break out the flavor. But or you can, which you would do with a lemon slice or an orange slice, or you can just throw it in there as a garnish. I'm not going to. It smells great. It smells awesome. Remember, don't eat the mint. At least not yet. You can do that later. It's a great digestive. Oh man, it smells awesome. I think I might have added one too many, but I'm just taking a couple out just to help me out here. And you see some stuff here, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Cheers. Folks, oh my, that brought out the passion fruit flavor. Again, it was just straight right out, didn't get a chance to chill or anything. Wow. It just hits your tongue, it just goes all over the place, but you really taste you don't taste the black tea as much as you did at the beginning. It's had a chance to cool down. The passion fruit really comes out on its own, a little bit of mint. Oh my, I know what we're having around here. This is awesome. This is very good, very flavorful. Now, what do you want to eat? What do you want to accompany this? What kind of nosh? What's a little something to have? Afternoon tea, something to tie you over till dinner, or just as an afternoon sunny day, spring day, you're outside, you want iced tea, you're sitting down. But what do you want? What do you drink? What do you eat with it? You know what you're drinking, but what do you eat with it? I've got two things. Now, because this is a passion fruit, it's a fruit, it's you don't want anything that's going to overpower the passion fruit. I mean, then why even bother? You should have just gone with black tea. So you want to keep it not as bland as possible, but try to avoid the fruits. Try to avoid other fruits. You don't want to do a strawberry jam with passion fruit tea. That might just, the battle of the flavors. You definitely don't want to do a cherry marmalade or a cherry marmalade on a scone or on toast and the passion fruit iced tea. Again, do you see where I'm going with this? But what you do want to do is, obviously you want a little something. So, local bakery, right down the street from us, got churros. And a little passion fruit iced tea. Let's give it a shot. These are good. If you've not had a churro, well, you don't know what you're missing. Go get one. And if you had one, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, two flavors standing on their own. The sweet, the cinnamon, the dough, It's awesome. It works. It doesn't take away from anything. It's a nice compliment to it. I think even, you know what, ham or, you know, cheese sandwiches. Those would be the pimento spread cheese, that sandwich with this. Heck, even ham and cheese, that's where I was going first. Ham and cheese sandwiches outside for lunch, with lunch, that would be awesome. This is fantastic. I like this a lot. This is a go. And something else, just a plain old cookie. Plain old sugar cookie. Nothing fancy, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing crazy. No filling, no fruit filling, definitely. It's light, it's airy, it's good. Again, no anise, no almond extract. Just a plain and simple sugar cookie. Great, great. Vanilla cake or white cake. I'd stay away from the chocolate in this. Well, no, I'd give it a shot. Give it a shot. Chocolate and the chocolate cake and this tea would be okay. White cake definitely would work. Not a heavy icing. Fondant might be a little too much, but then again, if that's your thing, obviously go for it. A cream frosting would work excellent. Like I said, some sandwiches, very light sandwiches, again, because you are outside, you're going to be enjoying the fresh air, doing things, so keep it light. But this definitely refreshes. It is the pause that refreshes. It is awesome. Well, listen, I'm going to finish the churro, I'm going to finish this tea, and then I'm going to make some more for dinner. But I'm Dave Guerra. Thank you for stopping by, watching the Rio Tea Import Company, 2212 Primrose Avenue in McAllen, Texas. Please stop by. We got plenty of this awesome tea and a whole bunch of other fantastic teas. We got some new ones in. If you like jasmine tea, we got a Dragon Pearl Jasmine that just came in. That's awesome. We got a tea for the mothers. No caffeine. So moms, if you're pregnant or if you're nursing and you love tea, we got some tea for you. It's very citrusy. It's fantastic. Stop by. 2212 Primrose Avenue, Suite A. It's the Rio Tea Import Company. This has been the Rio Tea Import Company's tea review number 3. Harney & Sons Passion Fruit Iced Tea. Have a great day.